95% of the time, the whole entire team on the pitch. It doesn't happen overnight. Even if you're all seasoned pros, I'm asking you, I'm not going to force you because, you know, I think you know, when you have an older team, it's not enough to force people and convince them. All I want to convince you is to make an extra step, make the next step. You can still improve. You know, you've done many things that have been very good for you over your careers, but can we still push you? Can you still become better? I became so much better at the age of 30. You know? And then what I was saying with my personal experience as a coach, as a player, and how I can share it on to you, is, you know, I've course as a player you come in but you know, that's not being, I've never been as good as the players I was playing with. I was, you know, playing, you have to understand. What I want to say is if I have one thing that I have, and that's why I think I'll fit in this place, and I think that you guys will get to know me as someone that will do well here as well for you. It's like, my biggest strength is to speak to anyone that I've played with was what I did behind the scenes. Making sure that everyone got better. I was injured for 50% of the time during the season, and just at the end I carried just the last 10 games and I didn't get the trophy.
I'm finally here. My heart is pounding. 50,000 fans screaming. I can't get my breath. The whistle sounding.
It's a thing you do every single day, and it's a standard, as you said, every single day. And you're going to be standing somewhere higher. Like anybody that's looking at the game that's way out because you know you're thinking about the game, take everything we're going to give you, all the information we're giving, we'll give you a lot more information perhaps than other teams and other clubs have got to deal with. That's who we are, that's what we want to do to this club. But all the information you get, as much as in the beginning it's a lot, it's an overload, you just use it to become better, use it to improve. And I feel like this team again, from what I've seen, has got a lot of football and at the same time it's a
cracking game to watch, driving millions. You know, both teams have enjoyed good spells of possession of the ball here. And it's going to be a difficult call to find out which way this one goes. It makes such a difference when both teams want to play good, open, attractive football.
You know, I was an aggressive player, I like aggressive teams, I understand what this team
I've always been impressed with Lautaro Martinez.
We
all know how good a finisher he is, but he's proved himself to be a more than reasonable outlet. If needed,
can we do it
he can
from a position where we recover the ball quicker? Can we be in control of certain games? Can we dominate them? My passion is scoring goals. Again, I'm a defender, I know, I used to be, but my passion is scoring goals. My passion is having teams who are looking at every opportunity to score goals. It means every phase of the game, we have a plan, we have an idea to score a goal. I don't care if it's a defensive throw-in or a corner we're defending, we clear it, we try and get on the other end and score. I don't care whether we're building up from the goalkeeper, and I showed you a couple of images when we go in the game, and I know that the build-up is like a fetish. Everybody's saying like, oh, I want to be a build-up team, and I think, you know what, let's just put this guy in that position, this guy in that position, and spread out. It's not what it is. It's not enough. So I'll try and explain to you, and you'll have to just bear with me. And the moments where it's frustrating because it's a lot of meetings, it's a lot of information, just bear with me. Just for the time that we get over that hurdle where we're able to execute without thinking about it, and then we can taper things down again. It might take 3, 4, 5 months, but we'll have to get through it. So you understand why, you know, if I want to score a goal from the moment our goalkeeper has the ball, there's just certain rules we've got to respect. It's the timing when you support. It's the way you set the ball, is the idea you have in your head, is the movement you have in front of you to create the spaces or to exploit the spaces. And just bear with me with this because think that from what I've seen in this team, for me there's enough football in this team to do it. There is. And that's just one phase of play, but it's not just, oh guys, let's go expand and make angles. No, it's more than that. It's a tempo of the weight of your passes, it's the way you set the ball. And then when you push up again and you go forward, and there's always this thing like if you play against a deep block, hey, by the way, they're sitting deep, it's hard to score. I think we might enjoy it. Just if we get the right patterns, if we just work in training into combining in the right ways. And I'll try to name every phase of the game. And as we go through it at the very beginning, I'll show you a few clips of the team where I worked previously. And it was a young group. I don't think they had the quality you had. And I think Bellis is a testimony to that. Very young group, got the quality. And we always had this period of 2-3 months, we've got to get through that hard bag. You get past it, people enjoy it. And then you start playing and you start feeling like there's a plan for everything you do. But that's the main aspect. Every phase of game, everybody switch on in meetings, switch on the pitch. Do every detail of your passing in training sessions. Every moment you lose the ball, how you react to recover it. Every challenge you go into, and for experience. Pros, anyway, if you don't commit fully into a challenge, you get injured in that way. For the younger players in this group, so there's nothing we can do on the pitch. We'll try and manage your lows, try and keep you on the pitch as much as you can. We had an availability record last year of 95% of the time across the whole squad. So we had 95% of the time the whole entire team on the pitch. It doesn't happen overnight, but even if you're old seasoned pros, I'm asking you, I'm not going to force you because, I think when you have an older team, it's not enough to force people to convince them. All I want to convince you is to make an extra step, make the next step, you can still improve. You've done many things that have been very good for you over your careers, but can we still push you? Can you still become better? I became so much better at the age of 30, And then what I was saying with my personal experience as a coach, as a player, and how I can share it on to you, is, I've of course as a player you come in and that's not being, I've never been as good as the players I was playing with. I was, playing, you have to understand. But what I want to say is if I have one thing that I have, and that's why I think I'll fit in this place, and I think that you guys will get to know me as someone that will do well here as well for you. It's like, my biggest strength is to speak to anyone that I've played with was what I did behind the scenes. Making sure that everyone got better. I was injured for 50% of the time during the season, and just at the end I carried just the last 10 games and I didn't get the trophy and it looked like I had an amazing season. 50% of the season I wasn't even there. But what I was doing is in the gym when there was a guy that was down, and he's like, oh, well, I'm not going to play anymore, trying to overthink, what players do, like how the manager doesn't like it. And the key aspect of this is just lift everyone around you all the time. We'll have difficult times. There's no better opportunity for us to become a better group than when we go through those moments. And it'll happen at some point. How can you keep each other at that level where it doesn't change how you behave, your attitude to work? Can you still come in the morning and do what you did when it was tough? And when it's tough, can you still do what you did when it was going well? And if we can, and we're not robots, right? So I said to the staff as well, it's their role to influence you in that way. But at the same time, it's your role as a group to see, hey, there's a guy that's hanging on there. Just bring him with us. Keep working. And you've been long enough in the game to know at the end of the season, it's a totally different picture. I never started a season with a group of players that finished in the same constellation at the end of the season. It never happened. And I'm looking to the back with all the young guys, be hungry out there, respect the elders. We need last compete. Yeah. So we'll go straight into business. We'll go into the meeting room. I'll explain to you what we do in training, and then you get through medical screenings, testing, concussion testing, and everything that goes with it. Just do what you have to do every step of the way, and then we get on the pitch. we're planning to switch for tomorrow, and then we're on a normal schedule from Thursday onwards. Yes, lads. In the beginning.
Listen, no misunderstanding. There's one beside of me that you haven't seen, boys. Number one, whether we play with 3, 4, 5, 6, it's my decision. And I take the responsibility if we lose and if we don't perform well. The second thing, Zed, last time I talked about your attitude, you come off, I don't need smart, but I need the attitude. That's perfect. You were no good, just like all the other one. I could have taken off from Hendrik to the last one. We don't have anyone complaining. Today, we deserve to lose anyway. We get happy with 1 point. 95 minutes, we just wasted time. You wasted your time, I wasted my time. It was better not to come. It was better to send the under 21.
They'll have to go again. Kimmich. Muller. Kimmich.
It feels like you're building something really special here at Burnley.
It's been special up to this point anyway. I think all of us have been in the right environment to improve and develop, and it's been a good place for us.
It's 6 weeks by the time you took over to the start of the season. How on earth did you manage it so quickly?
Put in a lot of hours, try and make one day to a lot of week. And I think there was one advantage I had was that the championship is very similar to the league in Belgium, the level where I was at before. So to kind of fill in the gaps quite quickly with the knowledge I had.
In terms of your team, what does it sound like?
I think we share something very similar with the area where we're in the game, and it's hard work and it's very frustrating. We just love it. Yeah, I think a lot of the times before I think we saw that fighting on the league because, you know, and so from the moment I came in, I felt a full support of the community, and I felt a lot of positivity in terms of this is a new phase, and definitely looking back into this season and every night.
What would you say some of the similarities and differences are between being a player and you as a manager?
I think as a manager you do get the same kind of emotional connection with the fans, with the game that you have with the player. The biggest difference I think is the sacrifice when you're a manager. When you're a footballer, the sacrifice is made when you're younger, before you make it. Then when you come to the other side of the game and you become a manager, it's that sacrifice all over again. You know, morning when you wake up until night when you go to bed, and for what I can remember from my last night as well, in your dreams too. You know, so it's it's
replaying every
time.
moment, constantly.
Yeah, all the time. And it's like it's almost like it's more like a computer where you constantly have this kind of question in your head where you don't know what's going on. But it's been a good, healthy transition for me. I've not had a massive hangover from ending my football career and going into something else. It's something you have to enjoy, and I thoroughly enjoy it.
Barella.
You have had so many amazing moments at the Etihad. If you can only pick one, what one would you choose?
Couldn't where it was going, no doubt. To find our careers, this only played a big part in where the club is today.
And obviously, in the FA Cup, that trophy is special to you because it's one of the first ones you won with Manchester City.
I think it's what made everyone believe that it's possible. And I think we broke down that barrier a little bit on that day. From that moment onwards, you felt that every trophy that was there to play for, we felt we were a part of it.
Now it's Tura.
In terms of Pep, describe please just the influence he has had on you.
It's only when I met Pep that everything started making sense, you know, the use of spaces, the distinct positions as well, the way to recover the ball, keep the ball. They kind of made sense because of the way you explained it. And then I just went and built my own ideas with it. Yeah, I can't deny the influence it's been as a catalyst to me being here today.
I think it's bigger in size.
Strong, yeah.
Yeah, it's bigger.
Physically.
It's bigger.
Did you think times?
Yeah, but because one of those centre-backs can play in midfield, it's hard to scout for that. It's hard. Just developed into that. In the end, you realise, okay, you know what? Those are maybe my 4 best players at the time, and you play them. I don't think it's the goal to have 4 centre-backs, but they're just all good footballers, which helps. They have one big advantage now is that they've got 6-7 years of just like a library of solutions they've had to come up with against different. Whereas in the beginning, it was teams hadn't adapted that much yet as well. So that one thing we had was unbelievable. It's really difficult to say.
Against his old ally and friend Vincent Kompany, Guardiola has shown that there will be newcomers arriving to try and take Manchester City's crown, but they remain the best in the land. Haaland with a very effective dispatching of his 2 goals tonight, and as he so often does, Jim, he can have a quiet game, and yet his impact can win the game.
All the greatest goal scorers have been like that over the years, Conor. Not do an awful lot, which was maybe why Guardiola was complaining about his general.
Wes, where are you? I don't need you to start running 40 meters with the ball and handle everything yourself. I'm happy for you to score the goal, and I feel, but as well, you know, I want stability and structure. And guys who are dependable, no matter what the situation, you know? The highest high and the lowest low cannot be so big. Not for our main players. Experienced players. Your best moment, you're a top player. And guys, this place is the place where we are honest.
I want to say a lot of things when I say I don't say anything.
Please do say. Do say. This is the place.
If you're gonna put me out of being dependable, what you say? Dependable.
Now it's
I'm happy to self-reflect. If you go and self-reflect.
100%. I don't need to make 2 or 3 months. I know. But the only thing I wanted to do is to help the team.
Right. So once I'm gonna say this, yeah. All these other guys, they didn't play every minute like you played.
I know.
Hold on. All these other guys didn't play every minute like you played. So towards you, in front of everyone, I have even more the right to say what I think, because every single time, you are part of the players who start every game. And you are not the only one, Wes. Trust me, it's actually not really about you. It's about us as a team, how we progress. You have to understand me as well. I try to understand you. You guys try to understand me as well, you know? I will take a bullet from you, no problem.
Nothing you can do to stop
We will do the same for you on the pitch.
Yeah, okay, no problem. But I have to be able to say what I think in here, and I will always do so. I'm very selective.
Move and a great goal. Whistle goes, he's been given offside.
If I think I listen to any advice from anyone, I really do, but you've just got to have done more thinking about it than I have. So I listen to everything. Okay, I'll give you one. And I tested it very early doors, burned my fingers, and went back.
DiMarco.
Do what you believe in. Do not even deviate one bit to something you don't believe in. Just play it sensible. And you go home, and if you win, you say, how clever was that? It's when you lose, it's a bad week. Long shower and a bad week, yeah. Because oof.
En attaque aussi à la finition, ils sont pas assez calmes devant. Pour 1stLEG, au plus haut le prix, au meilleur joueur qui n'est pas tout le temps fait, comme je trouve pas un million. Un attaquant qui sait faire marquer les autres est plus important qu'un attaquant qui sait rien marquer.
I joined this club in 1992. And the landscape was completely different. I think it was all the great ideas and all the great coaching and principles of an 1stLEG football player, but without the infrastructure. 1stLEG didn't rely on the youth as much as they do now. I was one of the first ones in a very long time to be able to break through.
I got straight into the first team. Performed and they sold me for a lot of money. I think after me, the club realized it was not such a bad business model.
What this group was doing, and this group was performing well. So these things that we've done extremely well, just like the teams who are winning trophies. And I think what was very clear from the outside, looking into this group of players, is that you had this unity and you had something special going on amongst the players and amongst the staff as well. And I think that that's something that can maybe fade away after a while, but it's definitely what's going to be for me the key part of everything I want to do. I can't emphasize enough. You link as well some of the things, some of you guys are a little bit older. I used to work with very young players in 1stLEG here. It's a little bit more mature group.
And it's
but a lot of you guys will be thinking already about the game in a different way, and you know that what is more important in this game is to make sure that, like, to explain it this way, so to overachieve, and that's the hardest part, and to do it consistently, there's no way you can do it on your own, you know? It's a thing you do every single day, and it's a standard you set every single day, and I'm asking you and demanding from you that you run these standards even higher now. Like anybody that's looking at the game in a different way now, because you know, you think about the game, take everything we're going to give you, all the information we're giving you, we'll give you a lot more information perhaps than other teams and other clubs have got to deal with. That's who we are, that's what we want to do to these guys. But all the information we get, as much as in the beginning it's a lot, it's an overload, you just use it to become better, use it to improve. And I think that this team, again, from what I've seen, it's got a lot of football in it, and at the same time, because, you know, the background for me as a coach is like the many things you do.
Seek ye first the kingdom of Yah and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. Hallelujah. Alright then, guys. Serious times we're living in. Don't lose your mind.